Hey, stop right there. You throwing your smokes like this good old discipline Omen right here? Then quit Valorant. Uninstall the game. Find a new hobby, man. No, I'm just kidding. But for real though, it's high time you get creative and embrace the new way to play controller. Throwing all your smokes only in the choke points? Way too overrated. Weird smokes on site? That's what I'm talking about. The more you can create unpredictable site divisions and manipulate how your team plays around the smokes, the more chaos you can bring to your enemies. So to kick things off, I'm going to jump right into this beautiful clip from EU's Grand Finals, Fnatic versus Team Heretics.
Unable to pin anybody down.
There we go, Crashies. He's had a quiet game, so he hasn't been needed. And this would be the time to start showing up here, show a little presence, show a little force. No util to play with just a weapon in hand. And his site currently controlled by Heretics. He's got problems, but Kayak's helping him out. Boo's gone down and now they're wrapped on the pillar. He knows where they are, and he's taking them away.
At first glance, it would seem Crashies has minimal chances of survival, being a solo anchor against 4 incoming players. However, Fnatic's controller and tactical IGL Boaster ain't gonna allow him to go down without a fight. Now, despite being all the way across the map, he pops a smoke in the middle of A site to give Crashies some room to work with. Now, what this did is it gave Crashies a better fighting chance against TH as he finds his first target. Now, because of Boaster's smoke placement, Team Heretics couldn't go for the trade, and Crashies navigates around completely unscathed. Now, as much as Alphayear dies in CT, Crashies' ring around the rosy on site gave his team ample time to come in and back him up. Kayak flanks TH and finds Boo, giving him a man advantage. Crashies continues to wrap around on site and clean up the rest of TH together with Kayak. Now, it may not seem like a super flashy play here. Why are we even bringing it up? But it was Boaster's support here that allowed them to maintain that control of the site. Had Boaster placed a typical choke point smoke, Crashies may not have anchored that site as long as he was able to. This play, it really does prove how adept Boaster is at commanding his team and really providing support despite his location on the map. And on top of that, he demonstrated that controllers, they really shouldn't limit themselves to placing conventional smokes in choke points. Now, if you're just starting out in Valorant or you still feel like your aim just isn't really cutting it, it can be pretty tough to feel like you've caught up to players who have literally spent thousands of hours in this game. Now, luckily, over at SkillCapped, we have worked with professionals to create 3 world-class aim courses that are designed to fast-track that progress and take you from a noob to an absolute pro in just about 3 months of playing. Now, at the end of the day, Valorant is an FPS game, and if you can't shoot straight, well, you can't really snowball. Nobody wants to bottom frag every single game, and the best part is, you really don't have to. We're confident any one of you watching this could achieve immortal level aim, and in fact, we believe in that so much that we even offer a rank improvement guarantee, meaning if you don't climb while using our service, you really don't pay. So if you're tired of bottom fragging and you're really looking to dominate matches today, be sure to check out SkillCapped using the discount link in the description below. So on to the next. We have the recent Pacific Grand Finals between RRQ and Gen G.
Well, I can hear you, I can see you, I can shoot you. Clean opening kill here. As the rest of the team held at bay, Paranoia goes across, catching on to them. So Monyet has to put the mask on. Goes forward, shield broken, but Jemkin's still firing. Does find Karan. As Monyet duking it out here with Munchkin, who tucks forward. Push out of the smoke though, and both of them getting carved up as Cushy.
Crazy Guy throws an awkward smoke between A long and A short. Seemingly crazy. In a normal setting, especially in low elo, people would flame you for placing a smoke like this. Let's be honest here. But in RRQ's case, it helped them isolate different areas of the site better. The presence of this mid-site smoke made it awkward for Gen G to peek angles. And as a result, their defense crumbled and allowed RRQ to take full control. This also happened almost instantly right after their side execute began, with Monyet's Dimensional Drift spearheading the push. And with Foxy9 left on his lonesome, he had no choice but to save for the next round. And finally, we have another Grand Finals clip from G2 versus Sin that quickly showcased the new way of playing controller on post plant.
More delay from G2, just not quite.
10 seconds left.
No, they've run out of artillery at this point. They did have salvos to try to work with, but I think Trent wants to save them.
Smoke propped. Horn dealt with, broken here. G2 scurrying around towards the back of the site. Bang. That rifle play, a bit of spam. What a flick.
After Bang plants the spike for A main and Art, he immediately pops a smoke on the right side of default. Given that Sin had no info on where the last 3 G2 players were, crossing this area would normally be pretty dang dangerous, as any one of them might have already crept up through secret. Therefore, Bang plays it safer by placing a smoke on this spot, allowing him to move around safely. And since he's wielding a Phantom, he also has the option to spam the area safely. So lo and behold, G2's retake starts shortly after the plant, and Bang gets a freebie through the smoke. Now, while he did get traded out by Jogamo, opping the flowers, John and Narrate were able to finish the job and claim that round. And once again, it's a simple yet effective way of utilizing smokes instead of the typical smoke placements. Now, if you really think about it, had Bang placed it conventionally, maybe in secret or flowers, he could have gotten picked off as he crossed a cathedral, or he could have gotten pinched if he stayed in default. That smoke that he placed was the best and safest route to go for in their post-plant defense. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you should completely deviate from standard choke point smokes in one ways. These new methods of playing controller only prove how flexible the role is and how creative you can get with manipulating space. However, it's always important to have your team on the same page when doing these kind of odd smokes to avoid confusion. And apart from having these mid-sight odd smokes, pro plays have shown us various ways of utilizing smokes as a whole. The more we see pro controllers deviate from standard smokes, the more we honestly realize how it plays a bigger role in strategizing. So looking back at how we value smokes as utilities, we often hold on to them for as long as we can because we don't want to waste them on a site or area that we aren't going to push. But thanks to these new methods, it pushes controller players and teams to see rounds as a whole. So just a quick example and a recap of some other stuff that we've seen at this year's VCT include this anti-op smoke from Team Heretics against Fnatic's Kayak, this early one-way attacking smoke from Karen that can be used for early peaks, or the sneaky backstab that he did to Crazy Guy, and many more. Again, the key is to be creative and get your team on that same page. If your team is going to gain value from utilizing a smoke in a certain area, even if it's not a standard one, then I say go for it. If it's going to help you claim space or find a kill or two, just don't hesitate, man. As long as you consider the round as a whole and how using this particular smoke contributes to your team winning it, that is a utility well spent.
All right, though, guys, before we wrap this up, let's tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and we think that's a pretty crazy thing to offer because we've offered this for years because our service really does work. It works so well, in fact, that we're able to produce by far the largest catalog of premium Valorant guides on the internet. We add new courses every month with over 1,000 guides curated into over 50 courses. No one can compare. We also have a direct line of communication with subscribers in our Discord so that you can get connected immediately to some of the best players in the game who will respond to every question you ask. Sign up today for as little as $6.99 a month if you're serious about improving your game. So that's going to be all for this one today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.